Hi everyone, welcome to Module 12, ExamSoft. So we are really getting to the end of our trimester, but definitely these next 3 weeks are going to go quite quickly. So I just wanted to go over some things with you as I anticipate that this will probably be my last video for you. So as you can see here on Module 12, I have work on your presentation and your annotation. I talked a little bit about those in the last video, and I'm going to go over them a little bit more in this video. And I also want to bring your attention to part 2 of your final. It should be on ExamSoft. You all should be able to download that. And that was starting today at, I think I put it at 12:05 a.m. So if you do not see that, or if you have any problem with that, please let me know as an FYI, and I'm also going to put it in the email, is the password. So the password is Fun Research 20 Fall. So that's fun with a capital F, UN, research with a capital R, ESEARCH, 20 fall, capital FALL. And that's all together. It's one word, there are no spaces. But again, I'm going to put that into the email. Okay, so here we are. You could see, like I said, work on your presentation. For Module 13 and 14, you're actually going to be able to start uploading your presentations on D2L, and I opened that up starting November 1st, which is in a few days. And that is going to be open until the 10th. So that's again where you just put up your PowerPoint presentation. You can also see I have on Module 14 and 15 that you can start uploading your annotation. And that is also from the 1st, and that goes until the 11th. So if you want, you can put these both up at the same time, but you don't have to. You can put them up at different times, but there is a good 2 weeks there for you to present, or pardon me, for you to upload your presentation and your annotation. So let's go back to the table of contents. And again, I just want to quickly go over some things with you about the worksheet, or pardon me, about your annotation. So here we are, musculoskeletal research assignment. And here we are. I'm going to go through the instructions again. So make sure that you have those 6 areas, that you have an annotation, and you have a research article, scholarly research article that is associated with that area. And as you well know, it's the conservative for number 1, allopathic for number 2, philosophy and history 3, treatment 4, and again number 5, management, is something that you had to do by yourself. Some of you actually sent me those and I looked them over. If you still want me to look those over, if you want to do the developing question sheet, the concept block, and the search string, and want me to look that over, that's fine. And then all of you got to do the relevant anatomy by yourselves. But again, if you want me to look that over, I'll do that too. Even though I wasn't requesting that you do the developing question sheet, the concept block, and the search string worksheets for these 2 areas, I still highly recommend that you do them. And that's simply because it's going to make things so much easier when you do go and do your annotation. So I just want to show you again the example that I have here of what your annotation should look like. So here we are. It's the Marfan. And again, from your developing question sheet is where you get that final question from, right? For the conservative care. And then you get that final question for area 2, which is the allopathic care. And then the final question for area number 3, philosophy and history of either conservative or allopathic. So you kind of, hopefully you see what's going on here. But the other thing, and I mentioned this in the other video, you know, is that the final question, it doesn't necessarily, what you put here doesn't necessarily have to match up with that final developing question sheet that you sent me, because I'm assuming that as you've done your research and as you have found things, that you have been able to tweak your questions. And again, that is something that should happen, and that's highly recommended, and that's okay. And that's why I ask that this be the final one. What was your final question? And the same thing on the concept block. You should just be able to copy and paste from your concept block worksheet right into here for number 1 and so on and so forth. And then the same thing with the search string. You should be able to just copy and paste just whatever your final search string was. It's not all those search strings that you gave me, but it's the final. And again, the reason that I'm asking for the final search string is, what search string did you use in order to find the article that you're annotating here, right? So a bunch of you, or the majority of you, gave me numerous search strings. I don't need all of those search strings here. I just want the final one, that final search string, again, that you used in order to find that article. And then in your and then you're telling me what that article is about in your annotation. And again, be sure that it actually answers whatever your question is here. Okay? So again, this should all kind of flow together. So you're giving me your question, you're telling me what words you came up with in your concept block, you're telling me the final search string that you used, whether it was in EBSCO or Gale or PubMed, and then you're telling me the article that you found while using that search string that actually answers the question that you came up with, and you're telling me how it answers that question, what it tells you about, what the information in the article tells you in order for it to actually answer your question, okay? And then you give me your reference, right? And so when you, a lot of you, when you did your APA citation, I asked you to make sure you added your permalink underneath. So yes, you add your PMID for PubMed, or you add your permalink for EBSCO, and the same thing for Gale, okay? And here we have area number 2, which is the allopathic care, and the same principles apply. We're going to do our final question, our final concept block, and our final search string, and so on and so forth, okay? And again, this is an example. You can look at it. This is on D2L. Nothing is hidden. If you have any questions, please contact me. The other thing that I wanted to show you, and I know that this is helpful for a lot of students, is the rubric that I have here for you. And again, this is the rubric on the Musculoskeletal Project. It's been up there on D2L. So again, look it over. So here, performance level 3. So in order to get, you know, an A in that part, do the research question, and again, it comes right from your developing question sheet, and it tells you, defines the research question for the following areas. And again, it's the conservative, the allopathic, and so on and so forth, the philosophy and history, and so on and so forth. And then here, determining the key concepts, and this is your concept block. So I really take the time and take everything out for you and tell you how I will grade this. But again, if you've been doing your worksheets, you shouldn't have a problem, because this will just be a matter of copying and pasting, okay? Again, if you have any problems or if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'm here for you. You know, any question that you have, please get in touch with me, and it's not a problem at all. We can email, we can Zoom, anything that you want. So that's the musculoskeletal research project. Again, I mentioned last time in the other video about your presentation. The presentation, the rules for the presentation, I don't really have any. And the reason for that is because what I really want you all to realize is that this is really your time to share with the others in the class about your topic. So some people do. They follow the format that I have for the annotation, and that's okay, but others don't, and that's okay too. Again, it's very open. I just want you to have the opportunity to share your information with others in the class. And PowerPoint presentation seems to be working just like it has in the past. So again, this will be open for you starting November 1st, and this is Module 13 and 14 about your presentation. Make sure you have your name in the subject area, in the research topic and the discussion area. And let me just show you here on module 14 where again, this will be open for you starting November 1st, and this is where you upload your annotation, okay? So you upload them in 2 different places. Again, if you have any problems, if you have any questions, if you need to communicate with me or ask me anything, please do not hesitate to do that. I'm here for you. Other than that, I hope everything is going well for you all. I am slowly getting in part 1 of your finals. Today is, while I'm recording this, it's Monday, and it's actually due tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and then you're all going to watch this video on Wednesday, so hopefully by then I will have had all of your final part 1s. If not, you either have heard from me or will hear from me, or yeah, that you will hear from me, definitely. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and correct those and try to get them back to you probably around, I'd say give me about, a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So far I've been looking at them and just really quickly, just making sure that everything is there. And that's about it. Again, if you have any problems, if you have any questions, please contact me. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're staying safe. And I will talk to you all soon. We're still going to email. I'm still going to continue to email you, but this will be it. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. And again, please let me know if you have any problems or questions. Bye.